So in today's video lesson, we're going to be going over unit rates. So if you recall, in the last two lessons, we went over ratios. So we went over what ratios are, and then we went over equivalent ratios and how to reduce ratios. So what a unit rate is it's simply a ratio where the second quantity is 1. So it's a ratio where it's some number to 1. And that sounds kind of confusing and abstract at first, but when we delve into it a little bit, we'll see that actually these are pretty familiar to us and friendly and have a lot of uses that we've been working with pretty much our whole lives. So let's start with an example. So suppose me, Mr. Pickus, I'm going out, I'm driving in my car. I drive 180 miles and it takes me 3 hours. So how we'd find the unit rate is we'd simply divide both numbers by the second quantity, which is 3. So if we divide 180 by 3, we're going to get 60. And then our unit rate is going to be 60 miles per hour, which is our unit of speed, which we're all quite familiar with. So what 60 miles per hour just tells us is that in 1 hour, so we reduce this 3 to a 1, we're going to be going 60 miles. And miles per hour just means it's the rate, it's how many miles you go in 1 hour. And it's also a ratio. That means our ratio of miles to hours is 60 to 1. So these would be our miles, and these are hours. So it's simply kind of another way of saying or writing a ratio. So let's do a couple more examples. So suppose we have an event for our senior class at Wasatch. And we're going to need to seat people at tables. So the senior class at Wasatch, suppose it's 99 students, and they're divided into 9 different tables. So to find our unit rate, we'd want to find how many students there would have to be at each single table. So to do that, once again, we just divide both sides by the second number. So we're going to take 99 and divide it by 9. Take 9 and divide it by 9. So 99 divided by 9 is equal to 11. So that would mean our ratio is 11 to 1. And there are 11 students per table. And that is our unit rate for students per table. And while we're here, let's do one more. Suppose Bill, he's a good cook, he's going to bake some cupcakes. So Bill bakes 24 cupcakes for 8 friends, and we're going to assume each of the friends gets an equal amount. So what we're going to do is we're just going to divide both sides by the second quantity, and we're just going to get 24 divided by 8 would be 3 cupcakes per friend. So that is a couple examples of unit rates, and that's all I have for you. So our next lesson, we're going to be moving on from rates. We're going to go back to rates pretty soon, but we're going to be looking at proportions, which is essentially when we have 2 equal ratios or rates that are written in different ways. So stay tuned for that.